These are things I really think that messes you up financially, messes you up in life in general. The first thing I'm gonna go with off rip, no question, jail. This could ruin your life. This could ruin your life. Not set you back for your. I mean, unless you go for like 1 year or something like that. This could ruin your life. We see it today, right? We see like a lot of crazy things. I think there was a Julio trial where literally I think it was 4 or 5 people. Not gonna say names. Yeah, I'm not getting this free promo. And they were all 19, 20 years old, and all of a sudden they got life, I think. And I think one of the girls in that trial, she got like 25 years or something like that. Sweat equity, which is crazy. You're pretty much going to work for the rest of your life for, obviously for 10 cents an hour because you're in jail. So you have no freedom. Let's talk about jobs. Like jobs, you're not going to, bro, you guys want to talk about this job market and it being cooked. Imagine if you have a jail record. Jobs aren't going to take you. Those government jobs, those jobs that really, really pay well, like unless you do some under the table thing, or they're not going to pay you. And it all depends on what you do. If you steal or if you rob a bank or something, you think companies are going to trust you? You think like people are going to look at you different? Like, oh, you going to steal from me? You know? People been in jail and their actions took 5, 10 seconds, taking someone out of this earth. Maybe it took 15, 20 seconds. Now you got 55 years. So jail, man. That will ruin your life. Another thing that can ruin your life, severe addictions, y'all. I have a brother-in-law, right? He was married for like 25 years. And him and his wife, over the years, like they've cheated on each other. They've done stuff to each other that shouldn't really happen, but they've done it. They were abusive to each other. What the fuck? They just weren't the example, as you could say, for relationships. And all of a sudden, she eventually moved on, and my brother-in-law, he fell into, alcohol. The alcohol was already bad, but it wasn't what it is today. So he continued drinking. Oh, on top of that, they got 3 kids. Oh, yeah. 3 kids, y'all. And you got to pay child support, you got to pay alimony, all these different things in a marriage, bro. Oh my goodness. And all of a sudden, right? He has to pay all that. He's drinking, and he just fell into alcoholism. Is that how you say it? No, he just became an alcoholic. He lost his job. He stopped working out, and he got really skinny and really frail. Like, I think it was like 2018, he was, swole. And then 2022 or 2021, I came back to visit and I saw him. I was like, yo, you look like sandpaper, bro. Like, what happened? You know what I mean? Like, not even trying to be funny, but that's really what he looked like. And all of a sudden, he just didn't stop. He didn't stop. He would get $5 just to get alcohol. He would literally ask people for money just to get alcohol. He would do all types of things to get the alcohol. So severity addictions, man, that could ruin your life. That could ruin your life. And I'm not bashing anybody that does that type of stuff because, nobody's perfect. And we have all done things. But to the people that have done them, right? I remember playing ball, literally hooping. And I've had friends in the past where they're like, I gotta go smoke this grass, man. I can't hope without it. I'm like, what? And it's like you're codepending on this thing just to like get up in the morning, just to, and it's the same thing with coffee, bro. Like you can't have 6, 7 cups of coffee a day. You know what I'm saying? That happened to my dad, and he ended up having high cholesterol. So too much of anything is obviously bad, right? But yeah, man, Ruin your life. Choosing the wrong degree. You see, I went to school for journalism, right? Now I don't think I wasted my time. I definitely did all I could do, with that journalism degree, made the connections and all that. And I ended up going back to school for finance and HR, because I just wanted to make more money. And journalism, I mean, it's obviously taking a shift, right? Like, you could literally do something out of your room to what I'm doing right now, right? Like, you don't have to go to a studio, you don't have to, and for a certain field like journalism, right, you may have to go to LA, you may have to go to Connecticut, you may have to go to California, you may have to go to, so a degree is not useless, right? But there's obviously a shift going on because 2015, 2010, if you had a degree, even the 1990s, back to those old shows like Fresh Prince, those old shows that really, really put forth college. Like, I think college during that time was worth it because there wasn't social media. There wasn't all these things where you could just kind of figure out things and kind of see things that are flawed in the system, right? Like, all they had was the library, right? Like, if you really wanted information, you had to go to the library. And a lot of books are outdated, like even doing my master's this year, there was just so much outdated stuff that we were learning. Like, there was this one professor, I genuinely felt bad because no one showed up in the class. I think maybe like 5 people showed up to the class every day. And guess how many people were in the class? 50. So the professor would be like, where is everybody? Well, you're teaching outdated stuff, bro. And if you want us to stay in the class, maybe don't open up all the assignments early, because I did all the assignments and I didn't go to class. So, but yeah, choosing the wrong degree, man, yeah, that could set you up back for years, man. Seriously. So, yeah, college nowadays, I'd be very careful because the cost does not outweigh the ROI. And as for the degree, pick a useful degree, healthcare, something. Because I'm not, and if you're going to pick a passion, right? If it's like photography, if it's like, I wouldn't choose college off rip. I would look into other stuff. I would, make a page. I would talk to other people, go to networking events. I wouldn't do a degree for that. I've had a friend, he literally does photography and, real estate photography. He does photography for like weddings and stuff like that. And before that, he wanted to be an audio engineer, right? So audio engineer, the people that make the music, the beats, all that type of stuff. And he literally almost went to a private school that would have cost him $160,000 in 4 years. Like, bro, $160K. Most people won't ever see that money in a year. You're telling me I'm gonna do that for a degree? Get the fuck out of here. But yeah, man, set you back for years. I don't want to rant too long with that. Set you back for years, man. So just make sure you don't pick a basket weaving degree, bro. Not in this economy. Not today. Don't pick a basket weaving degree, bro. Yeah. Car payments. Oh my goodness. 427 months, bro. Guys, today car payments, I think on average are 700. I'm going to put it up on the screen. 700 plus for a new car. 591 for an old car. Guys. Car payments, I would know. I spent 5 years paying them. 5 years of my lifespan paying a car payment. And every single year, not even every single year, every single month, Yo, I don't know if you guys just ever paid for something, and when you start to look at it, you just start to resent it. Like you want to drop kick it, you want to RKO it, like off some just bro. Like I don't even want to look at you, and that's literally how I felt, bro. Every time I saw that car, and good news, we paid it off. I think like a year and a half ago, and I felt stress free. Like stress, yo. You guys don't understand. I felt stress free, not worrying about that car payment, bro. Like there's something about not having a bill is just stress free. Whoever bragged about having bills, man, shame on you, because I fell for it. We've all fell for it. Oh man, I pay more bills than you, bro. You're a kid, bro. Shoot, let me be a kid. Don't like, and that's another thing we fell into, bro. Don't brag about having bills, bro. Having bills is not a flex. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, yes, okay, like it makes you an adult. It makes you like useful and stuff like that, But if I could choose to not have bills, man, and just freedom, I'd do it. But obviously, like, car, food, all that type of stuff, like, gotta have the bills when it comes to that type of stuff. But yeah, man, don't fall into that bragging about bills, no, bro. Limit as much bills as you can. You know what I mean? Create options for yourself. Create options. Mousetrap. The government. This guy right here, Uncle Sam. That's a freaking mousetrap. Yeah, the old saying. Yeah, get a 401k and get unemployment and all these different things, and then don't worry about taxes, and yeah, don't fall for that. That is a mousetrap. Worry about your taxes. Do not ignore the IRS. I've experienced stories of just family members just not paying they taxes, and the account ends up getting freezed, or you get that you get that mail, you get that not email, or you get that mail in the box. You got to pay $60,000 by next week. Where are you gonna get the $60,000? I don't even know. And if you don't, they're gonna freeze all your like Uncle Sam, bro. Learn more about Uncle Sam. Learn more about the government. Learn more about taxes. Learn more about money. Set you back for years. Credit cards. Oh yeah, this right here, man. This right here. Because even to this day, I have one more credit card payment that I have to pay, and it's been since like 2024 since I've been able to like pay it, because some moments I couldn't find a job, some moments I didn't have any income to pay it, some moments I didn't, and it's one of those things. It's like, man, credit cards can really, like, especially if you don't have the money, it's always when you don't have the money. Like if you don't have the money, bro, you're literally gonna be feeling like this guy right here. It's just a dead weight on you, bro. And it goes back to the car payment, like I said before. Once you fully pay off that car, bro, it's like a weight just lifted off your neck, bro. We're gonna do this. Yeah, toxic relationships, man. Crabs on bucket. Yeah, crabs on bucket. Toxic relationships, man. Like, now we all remember this episode, man. Tom and Jerry. If you didn't watch Tom and Jerry growing up, you're living under a rock, bro. I don't know what to tell you, man. You need to. I don't know. Kids nowadays, all they care about is just, YouTube and streamers, man. I mean, hey, I'm over here talking shit and I'm doing YouTube right now. But anyways, long story short, that one episode where Tom was doing everything for that woman, being a damn simp, and he literally went in debt for this woman. I think it was like 300 months. No. 100 years to pay off a ring. Don't do this. Don't do this, guys. Don't do this. And to any woman that's watching this, don't do this to any man. This right here will cost you. Shoot, you might have to put this back in years, man, because he did it for 112 years. Yeah, this could set you back for years, man. This could set you back for years easily, man. So toxic relationships, be very careful because all of a sudden, one of the worst things I see today is people marrying the wrong person and end up having kids, bro. Like some people, they're like, damn, I regret sleeping on that person. I regret like you could just see it in their face, bro. They regret it. Obviously kids are a blessing, but you could just see it in their face, damn. Because depending on who the person is, bro, people change, bro. People change. You may do something to that person. That person may never forgive you, bro. And then all of a sudden that person is using their kids as just collateral to make your life, because you can't avoid court, you can't avoid child support, you can't avoid none of that. You're cooked. The wrong friends, the wrong friends. Hearing this in a Haitian household, man, I used to just ignore my mom, bro. I'm gonna be very honest. I used to just ignore my dad. But yeah, it is very true. Having the wrong friends could mess you up, bro. If you're not my day ones, if you're not my friends from like before I was a twig, before I was socially awkward, like respectfully, I don't even want you there. Wrong people, just the wrong influence, and then one crash out could just ruin everything. Yeah, the wrong friends, man. This is my first video, man. I don't want y'all roasting me in the comments, man. All right, it's my first video. Crabs on bucket time, bro. We all have 24 hours in a day. How we use our time is so valuable, bro. Like it's crazy as kids how much time we wasted, bro. And I get it, like you could be a goofy goober the entire time as a kid and still make up like for real. Like if I knew certain things now when I was a kid, bro, I'd be so much more farther ahead. But obviously we not looking at the past, you know what I'm saying? We're looking at the future. So but yeah, time, guys. We all have 24 hours in a day. So how are you doing it? How are you using it? If you have a job, what do you do when you get off that job? Are you just chasing short-term pleasures, things that are not helping you at all? Use your time wisely, man. Today is July 9th, 2026. It's 10:50 right now at night. I got 1 hour and 10 minutes left in this day, and I already know I'm never getting this time back. Buy now, pay later, man. I don't know what's with this country, bro. Yo, I just because when you go to like Dubai, when you go to different countries, like you don't really see this, but in America, you just always see a buy now, pay later. Like but the buy now, pay later. The reason why I brought this up was because I literally saw my cousins doing this, bro. Like they didn't even have the money, so they'll put 200, or they would just and they're gonna like worry about it now, like the vacation. And it's like, bro, I don't know if you guys ever came back from a vacation and you're literally just thinking about all of the bills that you just spent. You're like, damn, I should have never went to this, man. The whole time you enjoying it, you enjoying the drinks, you enjoying the water, you enjoying all that, and then you on that plane, you looking out the window, you just looking outside, you like, damn, why'd I pay for this, man? But it's all happened to us, man. It's okay. It's all happened to us. Yeah, doom scrolling, man. Phones today are literally like drugs, bro. We're on it all the time. It's so accessible. There's Apple Pay. There's all these different things. So the phone, do your best to limit the time. Do your best to keep yourself busy. And touch grass. Luxury items are a scam, bro. I'm gonna be very honest. $2,000 for a white shirt? Get the fuck out of here. This right here could set you back for years gambling. These online betting apps, and yeah, if you don't chill, bro, you could really fall into cuz one thing about these apps is that they'll tell you how much you win, but they won't tell you how much you lose. They'll until you manually go figure out, damn, how much money did I lose? Build your future. I don't know why I put builds. I think I was trying to think of Bob the Builder. Anyways, build future. Invest in yourself, man. Invest in whatever you want to do. If you want to become a nurse, invest in nursing school. You know what I'm saying? If you want to become a lawyer, invest into being a lawyer. You want to become an entrepreneur, invest into that. Grow your stuff. Go to conferences, go to places that will make your situation better. And sometimes if you have to pay, pay. Don't be afraid to do that. Take the risk, bro. Take the risk. All the successful people you guys see, you know what I'm saying? All the people that you guys wait in line for, Macy, LeBron, J. Cole, Nicki Minaj, Taylor Swift, Tom Brady, like all these people, they took a lot of risk in life and it paid off. Some network, man, network, shake hands. Like this right here creates a lot of different relationships. This right here creates a lot of different opportunities. And man, never stop learning. Read. Yo, I used to hate this as a little kid, bro. I used to literally not like my cousin because she used to literally instill in my head, read, read, read. And I used to like be like, bro, I don't want to read this. Like I don't care, but like I don't want to read this. But as growing up now, read, bro. Reading really helps with just patience, I would say, because nowadays you can look at a video and the video is quick. It's like a quick hit. But reading, it takes time because you gotta process. You gotta read, like, you know what I'm saying. You gotta try to read. You gotta do your best to read this thing without falling asleep. What the gym has done for my life, I can't even, bro. If I didn't go to the gym, I don't even think I'd be here anymore. I'm gonna be honest. Like when I went through a hard breakup, when I went through like very, very hard things in my life, like breakup, financial stuff, going to the gym just held me down. Playing sports held me down. Like when we're talking about the mental aspect, feeling proud of yourself, feeling like you did something today, and then your body just feeling good right after. Yo, I remember there was a moment where me and my homeboys took me to go work out, and at this time I was still hung up over this one woman that I used to be with, and all of a sudden, man, I was just working out and I felt so good about myself. I was like, yo, why am I chasing that? Like look at me, like not even on no ego, like just look at yourself, look at yourself in the mirror, man. You are important, you are special, you know uh build your future, man. Assets and liabilities, man. Assets grow over time, liabilities don't. And then say no to drugs, man. Say no to drugs. And remember, everyone has different paths. It is okay. You are important. You will find your path. Do not compare yourself to people. It is very easy in our 20s right now to compare ourselves to people. It is very easy to look at someone online that is 21 years old that is talking about Forex and that's making 20K a month. And sometimes that's true. There's people that's making that type of money. But sometimes it's not, You guys be easy. WhyThink? Peace. Well, actually, WhyThink JC? Peace.